Grade 9 Music. Second Quarter. Music of the Classical Musical Period. The Classical Era is the period from 1750 to 1820. It is also known as the Age of Reason. During that day, the cultural life was dominated by the aristocracy, as patrons of musicians and artists who have commonly influenced the arts. Significant changes in musical forms and styles were made. The music of this period was generally of an orderly nature, with qualities of clarity and balance, and emphasizing formal beauty rather than emotional expression. The principles and characteristics of ancient Greece and Roman literature and art, which were formal, elegant, simple, freed and dignified, signify the term classical. The great composer during the period. Franz Joseph Haydn, 1732 to 1809. He was born on March 31, 1732, in Roro, Australia, and died on May 31, 1809, in Vienna. His life was described as a rags to riches story. He is from a poor family and his music led him to rise in his social status. He was hired by rich patrons and eventually became a musical director for the Esterházy family for 30 years. His personality and character reflect in his music, and these are calm, balanced, serious, but with touches of humor. Haydn composed more than 100 symphonies and improved them into long forms for a large orchestra. Haydn was named Father of the Symphony and Father of the String Quartet because of his great contributions to these genres. Here are some of Haydn's famous compositions. Surprise Symphony. Trumpet Concerto. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. 1756 to 1791. He was born on January 27, 1756 in Salzburg, the Archbishopric of Salzburg, Austria, and died on December 5, 1791 in Vienna. He is widely recognized as one of the great composers in the history of Western music and considered as the most amazing genius in musical history. He was already playing the violin and the harpsichord at the age of 5, and when he was 6 years old, he was recognized as an exceptional pianist. Furthermore, at the age of 7, he was already composing excellent music. He had written sonatas, concertos, symphonies, religious works, and operas and operettas in the age of 13. He created more than 700 compositions. Due to mismanaged finances, Mozart lived his life in poverty and died young and was buried in an unknown grave. Some of the wonderful composition. Eine, kleine Nachtmusik. Symphony No. 25. The Marriage of Figaro. Ludwig van Beethoven. 1770 to 1827. He was born and baptized on December 17, 1770 in Bonn, the Archbishopric of Cologne in Germany, and died March 26, 1827 in Vienna, Austria. He is the predominant composer who bridged the late classical era and the early Romantic era. He is brilliant pianist and composer. Beethoven started going deaf when he was around 30 years old, 1796. Although he could no longer hear well enough to play the piano, this did not become a hindrance and he continued composing with the help of an assistant and hearing gadget. He has famous compositions that include Symphony No. 5, Ode to Joy, Moonlight, Characteristics of Beethoven's works. His music veered toward larger orchestras. Cellos give his music a darker mood, and sound was centered on the violas and lower registers of the violins. All themes in a piece are tied together by one motif. He developed musical themes and motifs extensively by means of modulation. He used more brass instruments and dynamics. Thank you. See you next week.